the end there, the ball in Jake Hall's hands, and I guess it's nothing really new right now, but it's a big moment, a big road conference win, a win that you guys needed, and you went with the freshman down the stretch. What does that say about your trust in him?
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of confidence in Jake. He's a really good basketball player, and he's a guy who's capable of closing games, and he did it tonight.
Should it have been that close of a game?
Were we going to beat them by 40? You know what I mean? Like, that's not realistic. Like, we didn't close the first half the way we needed to, so that kept them, like, with a little more hope. And then the second half, they just kind of stopped running offense. They stopped screening the ball, and they just drove us one-on-one. So we got to do a better job of getting in the right positions to load to the basketball. Assistant coaches did a good job with some suggestions there. We went into zone late, played a little more zone than we've played in a long time, and got a few stops at the end.
You guys have that first half blistering shooting. They were struggling. Why were they struggling, and why was your defense so successful after 3 games of your defense not finding that kind of success?
Just thought we executed better. Again, sometimes it's matchups and advantages in different parts of the game, and I think like the way we play is a little better suited maybe for them than other teams that have a little more shooting or different things like that. But really, I thought our execution, our ability to get back and get shots contested, especially in the first half, like they got shots up, but I thought we got some really great contests on some mid-range and made some tough ones. We were able to keep them out of the paint. Second half was very different, but I thought our effort was great, and just our ability to get shots contested helped. But also there's some variance in, if you force a lot of threes, there's always going to be some variance. And, we understand that. It can be frustrating when it's not going your way, but when it does go your way, then it's helpful.
How big is Antonio getting going early?
Yeah, that was great. I mean, we feel like he's overdue for good games. Like, I thought he maybe even could have found more volume. We want him to be aggressive. He had a couple turnovers early where maybe he could have shot the basketball, and but it was good to see one go in for him. And he's a really capable player, and we know that if and when he's going offensively, it does change things for us.
I know you're not a too high, too low coach. That's been the mantra, and it's going to continue to be, I know. But it seems like this, even by your standards, I would think you understand that this was probably a pretty big game going before a bye after 2 losses. Was this a big one?
Yeah, we all feel that. Losing's the worst, right? And nobody hates it more than us. And so, like, when it's not going well, there's an urgency to get it fixed and find a way. And it's not always going to be perfect. And at this time of the year, that's kind of how it's going to go. Like, it's not going to be, you're going to have to grind them out on the road and make some plays. And we put ourselves in a position where we really need, this one on the road to kind of get our mojo back and get back in the rhythm. And bye's coming at a good time for us after a difficult stretch of games. So, we all know. We know the scenario. Our guys aren't oblivious to it. So that just makes it an even better performance from them, understanding the stakes and delivering in that moment.
The outcome came. You got the outcome you wanted, but it was a 22-11 rebounding advantage they had in the second half. Why did that flip so much? You guys had the lead at halftime on the glass, but why did the rebounding flip so much in the second half?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure there was some rotational things where we're just in a difficult position. I'm sure we missed some blockouts. Like I'd have to go back and look, but I thought they were clearly the more physical team in the second half, at least for a big portion of that. And so those are things that we got to understand and try to adjust to. Like, there's still a lot of time left. We can still improve, and I think it's important that we keep that focus and we don't become prisoners to the results.
All right, last one for me is just the habits are what they are, and they were loud. They did show up. This is a place that Utah State, San Diego State, Boise State, all 3 lost. I'm curious how much you think that affected your guys, if at all.
Didn't feel like it. I thought the start was important for that. I mean, the 11-0 to start kind of took them out of it. Obviously, they got going in the second half. But we've been in those environments. Like, I thought our poise when they took the lead, our poise when things weren't going well in the second half. Again, it took us longer than we'd like to get it fixed. But I did think overall we handled it well. We didn't panic, and we understood with 3 minutes to go that's a winnable game, and we just got to make some plays, and the guys stepped up.
I mean, he sees the work in I put every day. I shoot that shot, a million times, and he just trusts my work. I trust my work, and I knew that shot was going in. I missed a few easy ones, and was pretty frustrated. Missed a little touch shot off the pick and roll, and then missed the pull up right at the elbow. But just trusting the work, coming back, hitting the big shot that mattered.
The stop on the dime, mid in the lane there that you hit, how did it feel in that one?
Yeah, it felt really good. It felt really good when it came out of my hand. I kind of knew it was in, and I kind of knew the exact move I wanted to get to, especially when Tomasov was coming to set a ball screen. But I think something happened, and it got down to 5 seconds on the shot clock. So I was just it's instinct. Just go get a bucket, and that's what I did.
Bigger shot? Or better feeling when you hit that shot or when you got that rebound?
Hit the shot. Because I missed the free throw, so
okay.
Yeah, it's unacceptable.
All right, so you guys obviously needed this one big time. After 2 losses in the pit, I'm curious how much kind of a must, I don't want to say must win because I don't believe it's must win in February, but how important was it that you guys didn't lose 3 going into a bye?
Yeah, bye week sucked when you come off a loss, even, and it would suck even more losing 3 in a row. So, we knew we're all mature. We all have a great mindset, and we weren't really trying to come in here and, play angry that we lost 2 games. We were just, come in here, do what we do in front of a, super fun environment. It was a great environment, and I was so glad we got the win. We didn't do that bad, and especially for our team. And we could go to the bye week with a win, and just come back after the bye week and sharpen things up.
How much did that environment get at you guys in that second half? When they were making the run, did the environment affect you guys at all?
No. By that time, you're kind of in the zone. But warm-ups was pretty funny. They had some things to say to all of us for sure.
You're a California kid. Bailey here tonight. What's that like, man?
Yeah,
He's a stud in California.
Yeah, that's wild. I grew up watching these Balls Live videos with him playing. It's wild that. He's trying to come back to college, and while GCU's recruiting him, I don't know exactly what's going to happen with that whole situation, but yeah, it's cool. Good for him, whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to have him, on a recruiting visit.
No, it's wild. Yeah, it's wild.
Last one for me is they did in the second half get physical with you guys. And
yeah,
Bully Ball was beating you guys. They erased the deficit, and they were kind of just being bully balls the way I described it in my story. And I'm curious what you guys could have done better to maybe slow that down a little bit.
Yeah, our one-on-one defense and beating ball screens, middle third. They definitely got physical, especially on the defensive end. I think we should have just matched their physicality. We brought the physicality to them in the first half, and they weren't really ready for it at all. And that showed with the 20-point when we went up 20, and it kind of flipped in the second half. They brought the physicality to us. So I think if we could have just matched their physicality better, whenever you're up 20, you kind of, it's human nature to kind of, not sit back, but kind of take the foot off the gas pedal. And we really didn't want to do that, but, they came out, made the right adjustments. They have a great coaching staff, great team, and, they definitely brought the physicality to us. They're a really physical team.